I'm about to play Smash. Trying to get some cash. I'm gonna get a rash. Hey, it's RashBalash.
Yo, what is up, everyone? It's your boy RashBalash back at it again with another Course Crash Deck Dash combination video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build one of your own DIY light tubes. You know, the dope ass tubes that you guys see in the back of those other not really famous YouTubers. So, you know, I made my own. I figured out how to do it. Really easy if you don't break it. And it's going to look really nice on video. Maybe not so much in person. But there are ways that you can make it nice in person if you spend a little more money. But let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you guys how I built this, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. What we're going to do is we're going to take an LED strip, wooden, they call this a wooden dowel, it's a wooden stick basically, and these empty clear tubes. I can't remember exactly what they are from, but I'll have links down in the description below. And basically it's the covers for those tube lights that you see in the ceiling. I can't remember, they're phosphorescent lights? I don't know. Those tube lights. And what else are you going to need? You will probably need some sort of glue to be able to keep everything down. Maybe a super glue would be best. You'll need end caps. Now, the caps that came with mine, I think they would work. However, I wanted mine to be a little bit more unique and fit better, so I actually designed my own. These slide right onto the wooden dowel, and I'm going to glue them down so that actually holds it in place in the middle. Otherwise, you might kind of have to guesswork and try and print them in the middle. I will have these linked below for my Thingiverse. So this will hold it down in the middle, and then my other end cap, which is currently stuck on my LED strip because I was testing it out to see if it works and now it won't come out, has a little hole for the socket to come out so that it can actually plug in to the wall basically. First, what we're going to start with is putting the LED strip onto this wooden dowel. We're going to start with the bit that has, we're going to start with the end that has the connector coming out, because that way when we get to the end of the LED strip, we can either cut it or we can roll it back towards the middle of the stick. Now, so I'm going to do that quickly, and then I'll show you also like a little run through of how I designed these plastic connector end caps. And then yeah, we'll come back once we have this on here, and then I'll show you guys from there. So designing the end caps for the tube wasn't too difficult. Basically, I measured the inside diameter of the clear tube and then made a circle that was just slightly bigger than that. Then I measured the diameter of the wooden dowel so that I could cut a hole in the center for that. And then made a square that was, or a rectangle that was just the size of the exiting port for the LED strip so that I could get power to it. Then I just basically fit the end cap to the tube so that when it would slide on, it would fit tightly, but you know, it would still be able to go on relatively easily. Alright, and then here I'm basically just rolling the LED strip around the wooden dowel. I'm also gluing while I go down, but I wish I'd use a better glue like super glue, because over time I've noticed that my LED strip has slowly come peeling off of the wooden dowel, so just recommend that. Alright everyone, so I was able to get the cable completely around this. I just turned it off by accident, but it works. So now what I need to do is first I'm going to clean the plastic tube and then measure the parchment paper to the length of the tube. So yeah, you will need parchment paper if you want it to be diffused. So I'll cut out a length of parchment paper that's equivalent to the length of the tube, and then slide this in. So that's actually all you'll have to do. I did glue along this wood piece while I was putting the LED strip down on it, which helped a little bit, but there's certain parts where I think I'm going to use super glue so that I can finalize, like really hold it tight. So far it's looking good. The caps fit on perfectly that I printed. And so now let's measure out the parchment paper and put it on there. And one of the LEDs are like broken, so it's making the whole thing yellow. One of them. Oh, okay. Yo, what is up everyone? It's your boy RashBalash. It's been a couple days since I was able to work on this project, but we finally have it working again. My brother and I, the interrupter of many of my videos.
Whoa.
Shut up.
I add a little flavor. I don't interrupt.
Incorrect. Alright, so we were able to fix this LED strip. We had to resolder the ends to get it to work. The issue that was happening was that somewhere along the strip, the copper wires or something broke. So we had to basically slightly sand away at the plastic peel. We used a Dremel, and then desoldered the ending for the connector, and then resoldered it back onto a point where we knew the LED strip was working. We were able to sort of pinpoint to a certain degree where the LEDs were broken, so I only lost like an inch on the actual LED tube, and we're not going to really be able to tell because this is the connector end and it usually will be out of sight anyways. Now on the other end of this LED stick, I need to actually re-glue these, so we're going to quickly do that before we put it back in, get this end on the connector, and then redo this connector end so that it'll actually go on, and then it should be set to go. It looks really good from what I've seen so far, so I think it's going to be a great addition to these videos. Alright, so let's re-glue these and then see what happens from there. Alright, so we have the ends glued. This end looking pretty good. It does pop up a little bit, but I'm okay with that. You know, the next one will be perfect. And then this end I'm holding down. Right now I am 3D printing the end cap with the connector because I can't remember where I put it. But I do have the other end in, so let's actually put it in, get it prepped up and ready to be basically secured with the other end, and then see how it looks in the tube. Alright, so now I know it's in the end because it just went down just a little bit, because there is a little divot inside on the end cap over on this end, so that'll actually sort of fit snugly in there. Now once the other end cap finishes printing, we'll just be able to glue it on top and it's going to look awesome. But before, or you know what, yeah, let's be patient, see how it looks, and then I'll give you guys the final look of the tube. Alright, see you guys in a minute. What's up everyone, it's your boy RashBalash. Finally, a couple days plus some weeks after I finished this light tube, I finally come around to finishing the video. And so here I finally have the finished product. So here it is. Here's my sort of sketchy finishing touch for the light tube. Here is where it connects to the wireless receiver, and here's where the wire comes outside of the tube. And this was the end cap that I was waiting for, and it fit perfectly. Actually a little bit too tight, but still worked out. And the rest of the tube with the parchment paper. Over time I've noticed some degradation of the tube inside, or the wooden dowel inside, and the LED strips coming off because I didn't use super glue. So I definitely recommend you use super glue. But besides that fact, I mean, it looks amazing on camera if it turns on. Okay, so the remote died, that's why it wasn't working, but I changed the battery out, and yeah, it's working pretty nice now. So on camera, it honestly looks great, like from the footage that I've reviewed and while using it. There is sometimes some flickering with this specific LED strip, but depending on the LED strip that you might get, you might be able to reduce that flickering. Next up, if you are looking at it in person, the parchment paper that I used has some designs on it. which is honestly really annoying to see. You don't see it at all in video, so if you don't care about that, then it's fine, but you can probably find some plain parchment paper that you can use at like a supermarket or something, so it'll still look really good. Next thing, so I really, again, recommend that you use super glue for getting the LED strip down onto the wooden dowel. Otherwise you get stuff like this happening where the LED strips are basically going up against the parchment paper. So you don't want that to happen because then the diffusion that you're getting from the parchment paper really isn't that great, and it's not really diffused anymore that well. Another thing is also that because I didn't glue it down as well as I had hoped, it's starting to move down the tube, so now I have like some more space up here that's just not glowing at all. So just something to keep in mind for when I next do it. But overall, I really recommend that you do this project if you want a cheap LED tube light. Overall, I think this cost me probably around $23, $25. It really wasn't that bad. The LED strip was on sale on Amazon, so that's why it actually ended up being more cheap for me. But overall, I think it's a great addition to my videos, and I think I'm going to create a more refined version of this, so I'll probably have an updated version of the LED tube video coming soon. So keep out for that, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
This is the best day of my life. I met RashBalash, the really famous YouTuber!